So, hi. I forget to say hello, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning to the channel, how you been? I mean, what the hell do I say? I don't have a freaking idea what I'm doing. So this video is kind of a favor, to some people that have been really supportive to us. You might remember in April, which is Child Abuse Awareness Month, we did fundraising with a company called Olight. And it's summertime, and they sent me a box of goodies, and they have a sale going on, and I was like, I could do a video for you guys. They've been good to us. So let's talk about the cool stuff they sent me for Sturgis at the campground that's going to stop me from falling down a hole, and maybe I'll tell you that story about how I did fall down a hole during Sturgis just a few years ago and how proper lighting would have helped. We can be honest. Proper lighting and 12 less drinks. That probably would have helped me from falling down a hole. But I'll start with that. What happened was, and it's a serious issue, which is why this is actually a legitimate video. I've said before in videos where when you're staying at campgrounds, especially at rallies, that I always have a flashlight on my hip. You should anyway. Your normal dude, your EDC stuff, your everyday carry. If you're from outside the country, you know what we're talking about. Your everyday carry stuff is a pocket knife. Shut up! How dare my phone jump into a conversation it was not invited into? The government's listening. Anyway, your everyday carry stuff should be like a flashlight, a pocket knife, and your pistol. That's your normal life every day. But during rallies, I've said before, maybe don't so much have the pew-pew on you. It's not so much a good idea. It's not necessary, and things can go bad real fast if you come into contact with the wrong Leo. Leo stands for Law Enforcement Officer. I'm trying to help and add notes. Anywho, so when they contacted me and said, hey, we have a big sale going on, would you mind mentioning it? And I was like, yeah, I can work that in. And then all of a sudden a box showed up. Like, unannounced. Seriously, just showed up. And I opened the box, and because they know my stories about you always have a flashlight, because when you're walking through campgrounds, you turn that sucker on so you don't get taken out by a drunk guy on a road glide. I have stories about that too. I know I'm not the drunk guy on a road glide. I'm saying like other drunk guys on road glides, woo, going through the campgrounds, and they'll turn you into a hood ornament. So have a flashlight with you, not to shine in their faces, to illuminate your path. So you get what I'm saying? But several years ago, walking through a campground that shall not be named, because I'm not trying to call out a certain place. It was a Sturgis campground. And I'm just walking along, and the road was getting kind of full of bikes and stuff, so I kind of veered off to one side. And all of a sudden, I got 3 foot shorter. And the situation was there was a large old plumbing pipe that had been filled in, but about a 3 foot section was empty. And here's the scary thing, boys and girls. The thing that really freaked me out actually when it happened is I just suddenly went, whoo, and just disappeared and was uninjured, right? Other than like I bumped my knee, that kind of thing. But as everyone runs over and, helps me up out of this thing, I do pull out a buddy's flashlight, because I didn't have mine, and turn it on and see that it's a PVC pipe, pretty big. It's not your normal like plumbing pipe. It's pretty big, vent pipe or something. I don't know what the hell it was. That they had filled in but left like a big open space at the top. It was level with the ground but broken off and jagged, and there were teeth and sticking up. I'm like, how did I not fillet my leg? It's just miracle sort of thing. But I just stepped right in it and dropped down 3 feet and and did nothing but just tweak myself. But I ran straight to a security guy and said, look, I'm not that person. But that's a problem, man. You got to get over there and do something about that. And a second later, I saw him put a cone on it. So, the guy went over there with his flashlight and went, holy shit, because you don't even realize that there's a serious injury waiting to happen right there. So that's another reason why. Illuminate your path when you're walking through these campgrounds, because there could be a drunk guy laying on the road. I'm being serious, that kind of stuff. Anywho, back to the box they sent me. I'm sorry. I am like a small dog, and then it's like, oh, squirrel, shoo, there I go off on a tangent. But one thing I already opened because I was excited, because I wanted to give it to my little one. This little light, this little bulb that you press And there's also an app, and it goes through different colors. And, you know, she uses it in her bedroom. But the funny thing, and I love a company with a sense of humor, right? I've said that before. It had little googly eye stickers in the box you could stick on it so it looks like a little character. My daughter loves this thing, and it's not very expensive. So I'll put links to all this stuff down below. And the discounts starting, well, I'm dropping this at 8 p.m. on the 11th, which is when it starts. Today is the 11th. I'm just saying I'm going to drop it when the sale starts. It starts right now, 8 p.m. on the 11th, and goes for like 4 days. And they're taking like big discounts, right? Use my link just so they know where I found you. You know, how you find your way to the site. If you don't mind, it's in the description. I'll put the link down there. Just use that. But the whole site's already been marked down a whole bunch. Another thing that I immediately went and checked, they didn't send me this. I already owned this for quite a while, but I immediately went and checked this out because I wanted to see if they were going to put these on sale is, let's just call it a specialty application flashlight. I wonder if the auto whatever's recognized the word pew pew. It's a pew pew light. YouTube's gotten weird on these, and so I don't, you know, anyway. This specialty application light mounts to a Picatinny rail. They probably know that word too, so I'm probably already screwed. And has these little pressure switches, right? I love this thing. I've had it for a couple years now. It charges, oddly enough, with the same little USB magnetic light cable. I need to get one of those and show you what it looks like. Hang on a second. All right, so this is how they charge. This little disc USB magnetic cable. Plugs into USB in that end, and then this little magnetic guy sticks on, and the collar of the little cable glows red while it's charging and green when it's finished. It's exactly the same thing with my specialty application light. And this guy I charged months ago, and bing, bing, that's it. So essentially when it's mounted to its specialty application, it's right past, yeah, and you can tap it with your finger and taps on and off. Sucker is bright as hell, it's very small, it weighs nothing, and these are like $40 off. So that's actually the central message of the video there, boys and girls. If you have a pew pew with a Picatinny rail, an Olight, like 40 bucks off is a hell of a deal. So use the link down below, and maybe I'll do it, I don't know, or the description, I don't know. It's right there. It's right on the, this one, this is the old one. I've had this a while. This one's called the PL Mini 2. There are newer versions. They even have them with lasers. So they've got them that way too. Now I'm going to open this because I'm kind of excited about this because we're going to get to play, me and the wife are going to play Indiana Jones with this. Don't question me. Don't judge me, all right? And before I get into this, those of you who are saying, why the hell would I watch this guy make a commercial about frickin' flashlights, There's more to it than just that. This is a great company that was supportive of us when we did, you know, the fundraising for Nancy J during Child Abuse Awareness Month. We used commissions from sales during that month to provide funds to Nancy, or the families that go through Nancy J, and it raised about $3,000. Now you guys raised another $3,000, but they're a good company, they're good people. So bear with me for a minute, have a giggle. If you need a flashlight, go get one. Don't be freaking judgmental, okay? Can we be friends again? All right, let's open the Indiana Jones lantern and talk about how I'm gonna come into the bedroom late at night when it's dark going, honey. All right, hang on. Let me open this thing because I can't do this with one hand. That's what she said. I was just looking at the lantern they sent, and we might not play Indiana Jones. We might play The Dirty Miner. These are all things I'm making up. Don't get excited. All right. So here's the lantern. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to show you this because I'm blown away by something. I just messed around with it. And it's not just a light. It's also a power bank. So hang on a sec. So this little tab pulls out, and it's got USB-C and regular USB out. So you can like plug in your phone or the camera I'm holding or any of this stuff, and it'll charge it. But look at this. Like it lights up like an old-timey lantern. I don't know if you can see that. And then when you turn it, it flips from that to a really bright LED light. So how fun is that? Like at the campground, that's going to be freaking badass, right? Another thing, it's not cheesy. Like this is not I mean, you want things to be not heavy, but it's heavier than you think it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, it's not feather light. And it charges with a USB-C, or it'll also use the same little thing that the other light doesn't come with. This one, it only comes with USB-C. But if you have Olights, this cable, I think they make 2 different versions. So there's the black one and the red one. Anyway, it may or may not use the one you already have, but you can charge it with the right one of these on the bottom right there. So I really appreciate it. That's really awesome. Now I'll show you my Warrior real quick, and then I'll just shut up. And I don't know how much this is. I'll throw it on the screen there-ish because I forgot to look on the website because I'm an idiot. But now the Warrior that everyone knows about, I'll show you that real quick. So this is the one that kind of made them famous. It's their, you know, regular flashlight you'd carry around. Comes with this holster. I typically don't use the holster because it's got a belt clip too. But this is the one I showed in earlier videos. But, you know, on, off, and then you got like half strength on, and then you got the little charger indicator there. It uses the same little disc charger cable thing as I showed for the little one. And it's got a proximity sensor that's hard to show without, you know, but if you get close to something, can you even see that? It dims. See how it dims? So if you're working on your bike, this is what I said, when you're working on your bike and you're trying to mess with wiring, when you put it close enough to see, it becomes so bright that it's freaking blinding you. Well, that one dims when you get closer. So I'll put links of all that stuff. Everything's on sale, like the whole site. So that's why I'm not going to give you a discount code, because whatever's on there is going to be better, right? But if you use the link that's in the description, at least they know that's where you came from, and that's cool. So I really appreciate it. Olight, I appreciate it. You guys are great. You helped me contribute a bunch of funds to a cause and families that need it, and I appreciate this stuff. I need a mask for it, and they just sent me a box of goodies for Sturgis. So, and the little one really likes her little googly eye light. So good people. If you need a flashlight, if you're going camping, if you're going to Sturgis, go pick up an everyday carry to put in your pocket while you're there. They're like, again, it's like anywhere from 20 to 40% off already right now. So go grab yourself your light. Take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.